Okay, people, doing some little housekeeping here, trying to get everything together. This is my first live broadcast, and I'm trying to watch it at the same time that I'm producing it. Uh, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, kind of like I see a lot of other people, intellectual radio, and those guys out there. Everybody's producing a show, and that may be something I eventually will get into. Producing my own show, but I want to produce other people's shows. Basically, right now I'm looking at probably doing this on a Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 to 8. A lot of you all may know that I do a internet radio show from 8 to 10 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Wednesdays we do from 10 p.m. to midnight. So hopefully you guys can get around to checking out the show. We play a mixed variety of music, some rock, blues, hip hop, just variety. Daily we do a noon mix, but we usually play music from 11 o'clock until about 2 o'clock. But from 12 to 1, that's the noon mix hour. We also do a kind of like a battle show maybe once a week. But we'll see how that goes. That's just one of the ventures that I'm trying to get into, trying to do more producing, uh, trying to promote businesses. If you have a business that you want to promote, just like you see my card on the screen, I'll be glad to put your business up on the screen, promote it. I may even be able to do some Skype sessions if someone's willing to test and promote their business. Uh, that we can add you in through a Skype session, and you will be able to promote your own business on the show. It's going to be a variety of topics. Let's say first that we're not trying to upset anyone or anything like that. Uh, I don't have a PhD in psychology or anything like that, so most of the stuff you hear will be my opinion or other people's opinions, and you're gonna have to take it with a grain of salt. We will have a chat room that's going to be available. So when you're in the chat section, you can type in messages and things of that nature, and then you'll be able to communicate with me or other people in the room. I'm trying to get to the room now. I thought it was there, but it looks like I wasn't there. But I will see about getting there. Like I say, this is a new program, testing some things out. You guys have to give me your feedback. Don't worry if you don't see the live chat. I'm recording everything, so they'll be posted. You'll be able to go to my YouTube account and pull them up from there. I'll try to have them posted by the next day. Uh, so that'll be one thing. If you do go to my channel, I hope you subscribe and give me feedback there. Again, that's going to be a lot of different topics. Most of it to be stuff that's going on in the news today. Topics. I know there's going to be some Black Lives Matter. We're going to talk about economic development. Just a whole bunch of different things. We want to try to put a lot out there and just kind of start having dialogues instead of focusing on what's bringing us down. We're going to try to focus on solutions, development, moving forward in a positive manner. I know some people aren't on Facebook. I had someone that gave me their email address. I'm going to try to see if I can uh, get this in. You can't see it, but I have a laptop in front of me and I'm looking at another screen. So there's a whole little micro studio going on here. And once we get that all set up, uh, I guess it'll all be great. So right now I'm just adjusting the screen. I'm going to share the screen with you. Whereas we're going to try to focus on solutions, development, moving forward in a positive manner. I know some people aren't on Facebook. I had someone that gave me their email address. I'm going to try to see if I can get this in. You can't see it, but I have a laptop in front of me, and I'm looking at another screen. So there's a whole little micro studio going on here. And once we get that all set up, uh, I guess it'll all be great. So right now I'm just adjusting the screen. I'm going to share the screen with you. Whereas we're going to try to focus on solutions, development, moving forward in a positive manner. I know some people aren't on Facebook. I had someone that gave me their email address. Again, I won't have a problem with promoting anyone's business. If anyone's got a business they want to promote, I will happily promote it for them. No problem. Next thing on my list, I guess we just want to explain the format a little more. We don't want people coming into the chat room and getting crazy and doing crazy stuff. I mean, everybody has a right to their opinion, so we want to respect everybody's opinion. And maybe once we get that actual phone line going, then we'll be able to hear people more so and figure out what type of things that people want to say and what's on their mind. But bear with us. You know, it's a new project. It's something new we're doing. Uh, you will have to set up an account in order to get into the chat room. So that you will have to set up an account to get into the chat room. When you go to the page, it will it's free of charge. It's not going to send you any emails or anything like that. But it will be the only way that you can get into the chat room and do a little chatting. I'm trying to go to the chat room now, which is a shame because I should already be in the chat room, right? So let's see what we got here. Yeah, bear with me, bear with me. Okay, I see it now. If you could see everything I got going on, you would understand that there's a lot that I have going on. I'm now in the chat. There's also a social stream option where you can uh, share on your Twitter account or share on your Facebook page. Totally up to you if you want to do something like that. Uh, Hopefully, we can get something going for everyone. So that's probably a welcome message out there already. I'm not sure who's actually in or available. I'm going to try to send this email to the person that gave me their information. I understand it may take a few minutes for people to get in, but if there's things that you like to see, things you like to talk about, uh, send them to us in the little in the chat stream. I'll see them. Like I said, we're going to mix up topics. Right now, today, this is just a first time broadcast. So we're just playing around and getting some things in order. Like I said, hopefully it's going to be a great experience for everyone. Like I said, phone lines according to what type of feedback and things I get, then they're now considered the phone system. Right now we're going to stay with the chat system for a minute and see how that works. I'm probably gonna need an assistant. The way this thing seems to go here, uh, because it's like I'm jumping around from here to here to here, so it's kind of hard for me to see everything at once, which means I'm probably gonna have to change my monitor setups. Um, just verifying now that I can see everything on Facebook. So like I say, it's testing, testing, testing. Okay, I do see the live stream option, and hopefully I can. Like I say, if you don't have Facebook, I know a lot of people aren't on Facebook. You can email me at RPC Computing, or send me something in the chat box, and I will try to send you the actual link as I'm doing for this person that I spoke to earlier today. And hopefully this will also allow them to get on and join in also, because they expressed a lot of interest. And hopefully, like I say, down the line, I'm going to reach out to a few people, maybe some folks from intellectual radio and stuff like that, and see what I can do. Get some guests on that are interesting, or can provide insight to a lot of different topics. There's so much going on in the world today, and so much we don't dialogue about. So I guess that's going to be the next step in a lot of things, that we dialogue. Don't get used to this shirt and tie, because I'm not always going to have a shirt and tie. A lot of times I have on a shirt and tie because I'm just rushing in from work, walking my dog. Today I was a little delayed, so but I still want to create the experience and start working on it. Uh, I can give you a little insight for Thursday. We're going to be doing probably more of the business development thing. There's a person I look at on the internet called Boyce Watkins. Uh, he's a former professor. He's written a couple of books on economics and ownership, and I think that's going to be a great thing for us when we talk about ownership, and how every black person should own something. And it kind of stems from not owning anything and always feeling like you're underneath the system, and we're trying to get away with pointing at the system and creating something for ourselves. I've been doing my computing thing for about 10 years. It's a legal business. Yes, I pay taxes. Uh, I saw something interesting on the internet. I'm going to share it with you because it was something that was said clearly 50 years ago, and it kind of rings true for what's going on with us today. So take a quick look at this.
If white immigrants can come to this country 50 years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and no education, and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. Since Lincoln was supposed to have freed the black man 100 years ago, and today the black man, according to the government economists, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industry, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up. If the black man has $20 billion, and these so-called Negro leaders are such geniuses that they can integrate white restaurants and integrate white factories and force themselves into that which the white man has set up, they should use this same ingenuity to show the black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own. And then we won't have to force our way into his anymore. One more thing I would like to point out concerning what he said about 125th Street.
I found that very interesting. That's 50 years ago when we had $20 billion spending power. what they say now, we have a trillion-dollar spending power. But like Malcolm was saying, we don't invest in our own corporations or building our own communities. That's a problem, and it's a problem because it's 50 years, and it's like we're still complaining, still begging, still not growing, still not together. I'm gonna share a second video. I don't want to give you too much before the Thursday program, but I'm gonna share it anyway.
Our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Yeah. Man, that was long time ago. And the cry was jobs, yeah, and justice. Yeah. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute. How long? Not long. Are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves?
Now I know a lot of people don't like Farrakhan or listen to a lot he says, and I'm not the world's biggest Farrakhan fan. I think there's some issues with the nation. I mean, there's issues with everything. So we take it for what it is, but there's a lot of truth there also, that you're not going to be able to change if you constantly keep doing the same things. It's just impossible. So, like I say, we have to think in a whole different way, and do what we need to do. And like I say, and when we do what we need to do, and then we build legacies. We leave something for our kids. Don't put our kids in the same situation that we've been in. Go to school, get an education, get this big student loan, and spend the next 30 years paying off the student loan. So because you're not building anything, you're building debt. And the thing is, if we can start some businesses and go from there, and leave your son something or leave your daughter something, it starts with you. I mean, you can have, my business isn't gigantic. I can tell you that I'm not making nearly the money I should be making, and I have to point at me, because I got to get my hustle up. I got to go and do what I need to do. I got to do all the marketing, put it out there. There was a time when I did make just as much with my business as I did going to work. And then I made sacrifices for that job that I should have been making for my business. That's on me. So it may start small, and then it'll grow down the line. But I got to keep pushing that. Just like I'm doing this thing here now, doing the radio station thing. I'm interested if I can help you do your thing. Like I say, it's going to be a group effort here where we're trying to do something with everyone. So hopefully we can get more people involved. Start having some group sessions, maybe having some meetings. Growing and expanding. And I'm open to anything. Like I say, I'll promote your business. If you want to advertise or send me your business card, I want to start every show off with promoting a few businesses, letting people know what your location is, and going from there. Uh, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of topics. I'll try to put the topics out as soon as possible when I get them. Usually when I send out the link, uh, it will have what the topic's going to be, or when I post it uh, on my page, it'll show you what the topic is. But we're going to keep growing and growing. There's a little segment I was thinking about also that's at the end of the show. I may do a video every week that I find is entertaining or has some value or something that everybody may enjoy. Maybe you want to enjoy it. I may like it. Maybe something that I'm just liking. I may direct you to a web page that I found interesting, or a link that I found interesting, and let's learn together. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right off, I don't know nothing. I'm trying to learn, and the person that thinks they know everything is the person that doesn't know anything. So I'm always open to learning, growing, extending some things, and see where it takes me from there. But you got to start somewhere. Everybody's got to start somewhere. And like I said, we're not here trying to be negative and offend people, because that's not what it's about. But we are here to be able to have a dialogue and and do some different things, and hopefully this will enlighten us all, help us all. Like I said, there's a lot of things I know, events and things that may be coming up. I'll post those events. We'll try to reach out and keep everybody in the mix. You probably see me keep looking over because like I said, I'm trying to monitor the show at the same time that I'm doing the show to see how everything comes across. Uh, Trying to see how many people that I can actually get into the the room and things. And it may start off with a couple of people. A lot of people don't like to go through the process of doing a quick registration. Hopefully, you do the quick registration and you join us. I'm looking at something else because I got other people that are on my Facebook page and they're sending me messages, so I'm trying to answer that too. Uh, but that's a good thing because I'm running a business, right? So I work from 8 to 5 for someone else, and then the rest of the time I got to work for me. I'll tell you about a seminar I went to one day. It's called Something's Got to Give, and it's basically talking about your commitment to running your own business and the amount of time that it's going to take for you to put in to get that business up and running. Uh, I see we're at 7:55. So what I'm going to do right now, I heard this video and it was I like the tune. A lot of people don't like hip hop and they don't like the message. Okay, to each his own. I kind of still like a lot of the hip hop, a lot of the newer stuff. I don't like, so I won't be playing Wheezy or anything like that. But this was a good mix. I thought the message was kind of deep, kind of entertaining. Hopefully it doesn't offend anybody. But I'm going to play this video and then we're going to be signing off for the day because from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock we're going to be playing that music over on the show. And like I say, hopefully you guys will be able to go to. But that's a good thing because I'm running a business, right? So I work from 8 to 5 for someone else, and then the rest of the time I got to work for me. We'll appreciate it. Trying to do a lot of different things. Hopefully, a lot of this has been kind of entertaining for you. That you got some type of insight, and we're going to end it always just like my man Don Cornelius. Love, peace, and soul. We out.
Step out of the car. No, you don't have the right. Step out of the car. You do not have the right to do that. I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove you. I refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Now if your woman ain't no revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. She'll be grooming you on how to behave, teaching you how to coon and buck dance so that you can be safe. If that brother ain't no rider, soldier, no provider, molder of young minds, check it out, you got yourself a bitch. Think about the time that you invested in him. If he's wearing them skinny jeans, you a lesbian. For every 100 black women who ain't locked up, it's only 83 black men remaining. Take away 1.5 million black men who might have benefited their women and their children. You don't know a war when it's waged against you, when it makes you drive your baby mama to the clinic just to kill your own. Ain't no legacy to leave behind, cause ain't nobody sitting on your throne. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Sandra Bland was a rider, she wouldn't have committed suicide, and you a motherfucking liar. It would not be wise to stop when you hear sirens and you see the police behind you, but you don't wanna die. They gon' shoot you if you run. They gon' say that you was going for the police gun. That's why they shot you like 120 times, but you was still coming, so they put another bullet in your lung. Them devils got you praying while they murder you, because they know you on that bullshit. They steady with them full clips and body armor. They kill your women in the street, cause they figure you too weak to do anything about it. You some shit, getting fucked in your sleep. They poison you every time you brush your teeth. You don't care, you behave like a slave, a bitch from the cradle to the grave, on your knees with your hands out, begging cause you wanna be saved. Are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga.